in my show house.
My Show House, sponsored by Tegral Through-Tone Plus slates with a 20-year colour guarantee. Be proud of what you build.
The O'Noctons live in the seaside town of Tramore in County Waterford. They want to transform the interior of their home. So we're offering them the services of two very different interior designers.
It's really exciting that two designers are now going to look around our house and make suggestions to us, and it's all going to be done.
They will choose one designer to work with them and their budget. In return, we ask that they open their finished home to the public for one day. Can this home become a show house?
What do you think of it?
I think it has the wow factor.
School teacher Grania and retired principal Liam live in this 3-bedroom dormer bungalow in the seaside town of Tramore in County Waterford.
We've been in this house for 22 years and we feel it's time that it got a makeover.
When you walk straight into this house, you think this is really bright, it's airy, and it does feel like a house right by the sea.
We are by the sea, so we want to see the sea. We want to see as much of the sea as we possibly can from every room in the house.
Grania and Liam have a very clear vision of what they want and have a budget of €53,000 to achieve it.
We don't want garish, we do not want shine, we don't want cutting-edge minimalism. It's now an adult house. We've had our children, they've grown up, they've moved out. We're now two adults, we're entering a new period in our lives, and we'd like the house to reflect that.
I think what they're hoping to create is a home that has similar colours and tones. It's sophisticated, it's elegant, and yet it's very homely. And I think there's some contradictions in there, and I think the designer has a real challenge.
First up to meet our couple is Noel Pigeon from Dublin. He's a classical designer with a great love for rich fabrics and Georgian styles.
We kind of like influences from New England, coastal New England.
I think we need to lose your island, open up the space and make it much more workable for yourself. I want to give them that luxurious look, but nothing that's too over the top. You want it to flow from room to room.
Absolutely.
They have the ideas, and I think I can bring those forward.
Or they can choose Jane Dennehy from Cork. With a degree in fine art, her approach is contemporary, but quirky.
All the colours blend in a little bit too much.
Okay.
And maybe we could make it a little bit more dramatic. I'd like to kind of push them to the idea of using wallpapers and textures to kind of make the house more interesting. We need to kind of make it bright and fresh and kind of minimal, but not too modern.
Liam and Grania have described their dream home to both designers. In 1 week, they will meet again and choose either Noel or Jane to design the interior of their home.
The fact that we've met two people who have ideas on what they can do with the house, to us has been an absolutely huge step forward, because having talked about it for so long, it's now going to become a reality.
And this is where the decision will be made. Each designer has to build a walk-in mood board to show the O'Noctons what style ideas they would bring to their home.
For my mood board, I've created a modern classic look with an eclectic twist.
Jane's contemporary design sees her use a fusion of modern styles and furnishings to create a simplistic yet warm interior. The O'Noctons want an adult space, but is this look too bright and bold?
Basically, my idea for your house is to have it lots of clean lines and no fuss. First of all, I picked this cabinet here, which is a beautiful piece of furniture. Also, I've added punches of colour with the green. Then also I've picked quite stylish pieces of furniture. This table here is designed from the 1920s by Eileen Gray. She's an Irish architect and furniture designer. It's an iconic piece of furniture and it'll last forever.
I think it's quite modern. My idea of subtle would probably be totally different to your idea of subtle.
I thought that you'd have a concern with the green, but that's me, and we can make it you.
Thank you. It's lovely.
I'm very pleased. The colours are amazing, and it's that look that I like, the Georgian style, the chintzy look. That's me. That's who I am, and I just love it. And I think they love it too.
Noel is taking a big risk by presenting his design style of all-out opulence. Grania and Liam asked for a look that would embrace the cool colours of the sea. But there's not much sign of the sea here.
elegant, stylish, and classical.
Yeah.
My idea for you is to bring the elements of the outside back into the rooms in the colours. These colours are my style. This is what my style is all about. This element of my design will actually give you the look that I go for, and helping you to work with me to produce the style that you're actually looking for.
Really luxurious. But will you be able to tone it down to suit us?
Yes, I can. I've done it before, and I can do it with yourself and Liam.
Two very different visions for Liam and Grania's home. It's time to choose one.
Grania and Liam, two very different mood boards. What did you think of Jane?
I thought it was very clever. When you walked in, it was very modern, very pared back, each piece very deliberately chosen.
What did you think of Noel's?
Honestly, okay. I thought it was very flamboyant, very over the top, very ornate. As a room, I did love it. Could I live in that room? No.
Liam, were you scared by Noel's design?
Yes, because it was a bit OTT, but then he talked about this is his style, but he would apply his style to our house, and that everything would be toned back.
It's decision time. Liam, who have you decided to go with?
I think with Noel,
You're going to go for Noel?
yes.
Grania?
It's been very difficult. I loved the subtleties that Jane had in her room design. And I am a little anxious about Noel's flamboyant approach to decorating. However, if we can rein Noel in, I would be happy to go with Noel.
I think it's great, because I think you've got a strong enough personality to control Noel.
We'll see.
Given the choice between contemporary and classical, the O'Noctons chose Noel's classical style. While Noel has won the opportunity to create a new interior for their home, the O'Noctons want to rein in his opulent look. Noel has 7 days to transform the house under the watchful eye of Grania. Then we open it up to the public for 1 day. First up, the kitchen. Liam and Grania want the cool colours of the sea brought throughout their house, which is the complete opposite from the warm, rich shades Noel presented in the warehouse.
I brought in that coastal look. My brief was the sand and the sea, bring it in, and I've done that. The Jura limestone tile that we're using on the floor, it's the elements of the outside that I wanted to bring in from the point of view of the sand. This tile is going to bring in warmth and open up the space really, really well.
Noel wanted to change the layout as well as the look of the kitchen. He's removed the breakfast bar and gone for light cream units.
I wanted curves, I didn't want straight lines in every part of the kitchen, so we've got a really soft, clean line look.
He has got the theme that we live in Tramore. He has brought all the elements into his design, so he's bringing the outside in.
So the handles relate to Tramore how?
It's a wheel.
It's a...
Grania wanted a black worktop. Noel didn't think that would work and has gone for a light grey one to represent the sea.
Would I put it with cream presses?
Probably not.
I think I could look at this with the rest of my life and think, oh, it's just off.
No,
it's just
not.
right. It's just slightly off.
With Grania still unsure, Noel spots another problem.
It's a mock-up that we had to do for the table base. The one that he did was not what I asked for, so it has to be rechanged. That middle base is it's overpowering. It'll kill the chairs and everything else, and I don't want that.
We have an elliptical base, then we have the cross section, then we have another wider one on top, and this will definitely seat 6 comfortably.
Yes, it will indeed.
Okay. What do you think?
God bless your imagination.
Fair play.
Yeah, well,
It's fabulous, yeah. Break that squareness up. It's gorgeous.
In this very neutral kitchen, Noel manages to bring in a touch of opulence with these classical velvet dining chairs.
Quirky doesn't even come close. It's everything I wanted in the kitchen. I wanted the kitchen to be opened up. I wanted it to be modern. I wanted it to be an adult space. It's all of those things.
Grania.
Yeah.
What were your concerns?
I just would never have chosen this colour worktop. I really wanted a black worktop, okay? So, I did, with some misgiving, agree to the worktop and bow to Noel's design judgment on it. Now that it's in, and when I see it with the fabrics and with the sun glistening on the worktop, I absolutely love it.
One of the things I think I would have looked at would be a slightly stronger colour or tone on the wall to bring out the cupboards. Too
Yeah.
neutral?
I think it enhances the actual cabinets and the granite top.
I think the colours on the walls tone in. I think it keeps it all very neutral.
Now, if you knew the amount of discussion that had gone into every single item that you see before you, you would realise that now is not the time for change.
Next up, the bathroom. Noel is taking a big risk by dividing the room into 3 areas. And again, Grania has her concerns.
I just have a niggle that maybe the room will be divided into too many sections and will lose space.
Noel's playing it safe with bright white tiles for the walls.
White is her favourite colour, so there was no problems with that.
And to complement the coastal setting, Noel is using aqua mosaic tiles to highlight the sink, bath and wet room area.
I absolutely love the variety in tones. It's exactly like the ocean.
Yeah.
Exactly like it's
It is.
fabulous.
So we've put in 2 glass areas. The whole idea is to give the natural light from the Velux into these 2 spaces either side of the bath. It was really important to get the right glass, so I found a waterfall effect.
Noel actually listens on a number of levels. He doesn't just listen to the words that come out your mouth. He listens to the emotion behind it and the intellectual thought process. He gathers it all. This is just my dreams and my emotions becoming a reality.
What was the biggest danger in this space with the design going wrong?
These 2 spaces, I didn't want to have pokey areas, and that was really important for me. I really love this room.
It is my dream bath. What I wanted was a bath that was deep, so I could go right down, luxuriate under the bubbles, and just gaze up at a velvety sky.
So far, Grania's managed to rein in designer Noel, but he's ready to fight back.
If we just go for a plain wall, it's going to kill what we've done with the room.
I don't know if I want to take away from the fabric.
Coming up, I let the public in to have their say.
So boring, I think. It's just all the exact same everywhere you go.
And Jane, the designer they turned down, is back.
Their old house was very, very bland and very the same, and I think this is just an updated style of that, really.